welcome back to Wild and Free Art. Today I am going to share with you a quick flip through of a work in progress. I did want to finish it, but it's a week before Halloween, and if I don't share it now, I probably won't be able to share it until next year. So I thought I would share with you what I've done so far, explain a little bit of the process, what I used, and yeah, just share with you. Maybe it would inspire you to do something similar in the future or even now, because it's never not Halloween time. Come on. So this is a bit different from the way I usually make my journals. I usually keep them quite simple and then I can add to them or write in them or whatever. But I felt inspired to really chunk this one up and really fill it and make it a fun and tactile experience, with the plan of filling it with lots of little bits that include Halloween related poetry, quotes, short stories, anything I can find that inspires me for the season. And I've started to put a few bits in, but yeah, it still has a long way to go. So this is I've destroyed already. This is the journal so far. I've used a digital, I can put the links below. I used 2 digital packs for this journal. I used a digital and I just stenciled the number 31 on it and added a book plate. And then I added this lace all around it, this piece of a fake plant that I had, and a beautiful brooch that I found at the car boot sale, which I thought really fit in with the theme. This maroon, burgundy colored fabric came in a bag of fabrics that I got again at the car boot for just £1. So yes, it's really my go-to place. And then I just used black thread to do my crisscross or double diamond stitching for it because I thought it was nice. And then I made a little dangle. I used one of my little pumpkins, some jewelry that I got, a little bit of extra leftover pieces of thread from making the journal, some beads that fit in with the theme. Yeah, and then I can always add to it if I want, but I do like how it's come out. And I've just left the back plain. I don't have a closure for it yet. I do plan to have a closure that clasps forward, kind of like a belt, but I haven't done that yet. So this is how she looks like from the side and the top at the moment, and just the bottom isn't so much. So here we'll begin with a little flip through. Let's borrow this from the child. I can put in a little pocket here with some of the lace, and I've just added some of the printables. I've stamped some autumn leaves on the back, and I've started doing a little bit. My daughter drew that. I've been practicing. I found a dip pen, and so I've been trying to practice a little bit of calligraphy on it. So that's that one there. I made this paper by burning the edges ever so carefully. Here I have made a writing spot, and I wrote a little brief history of Halloween. And I used this piece of the printable as a little tab. Another one here. I did a lot of coffee dyeing the backs of the printables. So because I got these printed at a copy place, they used laser jet so it won't melt once water gets it. So I was able to really grunge these up. This is just some paper that I had around. I've got some music paper. I've added a little witchy dangle, and this is one of those tabs that I made in a previous video. I just added another dangle that I thought would go with it, and I put it on because I kind of liked the grungy look. I'll link this tutorial below if you're interested. Then I have this really cool book in German with all this really neat Gothic writing. So I thought it was the perfect fit for here. Here I made a bit of ruffle from some black leftover velvety fabric that I used in one of my own home decorating things with this rusty safety pin and a little rose underneath. I really wanted to kind of go for grungy and spooky but nice, kind of Victorian style. This is again another page from that book, and it also included some prints in it. And I thought that this moody castle on the edge of the sea cliff was a perfect addition for the journal. Here I've made a belly band, which also has a tuck spot here, and I just made a little journaling card kind of thing that I can fill it with. More of my burnt paper, more of my stamping, and that's the end of the first signature. This is the second signature now. Again, I kind of repeated the same kind of pattern and process. Another ruffle made from other scraps of, this is a different fabric, but again, I used it for my Halloween things, and I love the color, and it works like with the cover as well. Oops, I accidentally clipped two pages together. I've just put a little dangle here for now, paper clip with a little tree, just for when I want to add anything to it. This signature hasn't been very decorated yet. And again, this is from that book, that German book. Although it's not 100%, you know, Halloween-y, we've got a castle and, you know, it looks old and cool. I've added just another paper clip there for future things. Things I thought I would like to use in it, I just added them now, and then I can always move them around. And that's the end of the second signature, which is quite bare still. Here I've made a little belly band tuck spot. I've put another tab on here now. And here I've made a super pocket. You've got this tag here. And I've made a little tuck spot here where I've put this business card, which I thought was perfect for Halloween, and this sticker that also got from the same place, which I felt was very much the right theme. So I've put those in there. I might use the sticker, might not, might just keep it there as something nice to see. And I've just used a raven here and that, a ruffle. This was a paper bag that I repurposed into pages and stuff. So I've put just a card here, and then we have this other little mini tuck pot spot, and I just put this sticker here that I got in Happy Mail. And here is one of the famous things from Macbeth, Shakespeare's Macbeth, when the witches make their brew. I thought, of course, that's definitely Halloween-y. Here I made just another little pocket, and I did this one upside down, which I realized afterwards, but I made a little mini pocket for other mini tags and whatnot with double toil and trouble, of course, from the witches. And that's the other piece of the paper bag, and I put a little flower in there that matched the colors and gave it a bit of texture. This is a flip out that I just added in. Haven't done much with it yet. Okay, next signature. We're repeating again. Here's just a little corner tuck pocket. I've put a few bits in. Just a little tag that I made and I've clipped to the side with a little dragon charm. Another little pocket made by that book. Paper bag I meant. Another little ruffle. And in the tiding of the signature pages, which I forgot to show here, I just added a few little beads. Another space for tucking stuff. This is a corner tuck. I made this following a tutorial from Natasha from Treasure Books. She's absolutely brilliant as always. And I had this page from a book with a snake on it, and I thought that would fit well with, you know, the theme. And this little cluster is just made using the netting from like onions, you know, that you buy in the supermarket. So the color was perfect, and this is just a little decorative brad. And this just slides off, and you can use it like as a bookmark, as a tuck spot and whatnot. I've just put a paper clip on it because I eventually want to add something in there to like have as a tuck spot. Here's just a little envelope. I made a little tuck spot, and inside the envelope I just put a little card that obviously I'll put a quote on eventually. Kitty, of course. And that's it. The end. I hope that you enjoyed this little flip through and this new kind of chunky and texture-like style that I've experimented with. I'm thinking of doing a similar kind of style using a Christmas book that I found at the car boot sale that inspired me. So I might do like a little craft along series with that in November and part of December. If anyone thinks that would be a good idea, just let me know in the comments. And in the meantime, wish you all a wonderful weekend and happy crafting to everyone. Bye bye.